veteran to veteran, we ask for it. And not in a, I can't do it without you way, but, just like, hey, I don't know if you ever, do anything pro bono for veteran-owned businesses. You'd be surprised. We do stuff, we do discounts and pro bono stuff for veteran organizations all the time, because I believe that's what we should do. I think everybody should contribute to those who may have not had equal opportunity or made some sacrifices early on, and now we can all kind of help them equalize the playing field.
Yeah, outstanding answer. Is there a profession other than what you're doing? Is there another profession that you wish that you could like to attempt?
I'm sorry, James, you cut out right there.
Is there a profession other than what you're doing that you would like to attempt?
Professional traveler. How's that? I'd like to maybe do some more blogging and social media about all the places that I travel and see the world. I've been too busy with my head down that I haven't been able to travel nearly as much as I want. So yeah, professional travel blogger. I've done a little bit of it with Savings Angel. I'd like to do a lot more. I love new experiences, and I really, really love my family. Thankfully, I married just a perfect woman. And I want to be able to take more time with her and have more experiences, and then be able to share and inspire other audiences to enjoy those experiences as well.
Oh, good. What would you say is your greatest strength?
I would say growth, that I'm committed to growing, and that I believe, like, I have this unquenchable appetite to grow.
Okay.
And as because of that, I constantly seek out experts. I'm willing to make investments. I listen to podcasts for hours on end. And so again, as a result, it's made a huge impact in my life.
And likewise, your greatest weakness?
Boy. I would say, maybe I probably care about what people think about me a little bit too much. And I think a lot of people suffer with this. So when you put yourself out there, you're afraid of rejection, and people are going to think you're an imposter. And that probably bothers me a little bit too much. Like, it's like you could say something, you can have 100 positive comments and one negative one. And it's like, dang. I couldn't win everybody over. And you worry about that stuff way too much. I do the same thing. I care too much about what people think. And really, I remember this from Wayne Dyer, as he talked about, look, my reality is my reality. Okay. And other people who have a perception of that reality is not my reality. It's only their experience with it. So the people who give you positive feedback, that's not the reality. They're just sharing an opinion that happens to be their experience, which has nothing to do with me. Okay. The people who have give you negative feedback, that also is not your real reality. Okay. You keep on giving, you keep on serving, you keep on entertaining, informing, enlightening, whatever it may be. And that is what you are born to do. Other people's negative experiences has nothing to do with us. That is only to do with them. And it's way like a 99.999% reflection of who they are, has nothing to do with who we are. I tell myself intellectually, but sometimes it's again, weakness. Yeah, it still stings.
Yeah. And you're right. A lot of us do have that same common weakness, I would say. A lot of us do like to go to a particular place to get our ideas. Some people maybe taking a walk in the woods. Some people it's in the shower. Where's that place that you go to get your best ideas?
Yeah, when I unplug and I take my doggy for a walk around the block, and I intentionally just kind of quiet my mind. If I go out for a run and I intentionally do not listen to anything in that moment for it may only be a half hour, it's amazing how many things my brain will think about, the things I'm working on, problems I'm trying to solve, and they just naturally kind of work themselves out. So I guess that's kind of the benefit and advantage of meditation. Although meditation, like I get results from it, but I don't feel like I get results from it. Like it's one of those weird things. It's like it feels so crazy unproductive that it's really difficult for me to discipline myself to doing it. But when I do it, I get the results. It's the weirdest thing. So yeah, we got to have that unplugging time where we're not distracting ourselves with games, entertainment, screens, audio, and we're just alone with our thoughts. And you'd be surprised. Like if you believe in receiving inspiration, you'd be surprised. Go back and read Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, right, and then take on a practice of either like meditation or just being alone with your thoughts and see what happens.
Yeah, you're very true. Very true. So if you're described at a very high level, what the process is behind what you do and in your business, how would you describe that?
So I'll go back to, our mission statement is we turn thoughtful entrepreneurs, not everybody, but we turn thoughtful entrepreneurs into media celebrities. And that's kind of a loaded term, but, and there are a lot of vehicles that we use in order to make that happen. Some of it is PR, some of it's social media, some of it's just good old fashioned branding. Some of it is, copywriting. There's a lot of things that we do to increase these indicators of authority and increased visibility, because that drives authority, influence, and ultimately revenue. When you're respected in your space, then people want to do business with you. And when people constantly want to do business with you, then you make a lot more money. There aren't too many things in business, areas of business that can't be improved by having a lot more authority and respect. So I want that same experience for other people, because there are a lot of good business owners out there. And, maybe they're just like, exec or they have a C-level position with another company, and they want to work on their personal brand, and they want to be respected. They want to get more raises. So we work with a lot of those people too. Authors, again, your next book comes out, it can either launch and to crickets, or it can launch to thunderous applause. I mean, that's kind of up to you, but I'd say, again, visibility is going to have a lot to do with it.
So for our final question this morning, can you tell me something that's true about you that almost no one would agree with you on?
That no one would agree with me on? Yeah. I'm such an empathic person that I don't know that I keep too many unpopular opinions. So people wouldn't agree. Boy, what a really great question. I guess, the majority would look at, and again, if I'm talking about the general population, the general majority would look at the outcome of what I've been able to create and say, I want that. And then I would say, okay, well, let me explain for you in excruciating details the sacrifices I made in order to get that. And then they would say, I don't want to do that. That is not worth it. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You said you wanted the outcome. Yeah, but not that much. I wouldn't want to put my family through that stress or, to be able to go through all of that failure over and over and over again. And so I, on the other hand, would say it is worth it. Small business ownership is kind of in my blood. My dad's a business owner. My grandma still owns a health food store. My great granddaddy, Amos Elledge, was a proprietor, and he sold blocks of ice. He owned an ice business. And again, compared to the general population, that's a very unusual and unpopular thing to go into business today, to go into business for yourself. I suppose there were a lot more proprietors back in the old-timey days. But today, it takes a little bit of risk. But I would also tell you that the environment has never been better for people who are willing to risk it and go out and serve audiences.
Very true. Well, thank you this morning, Josh, for the time that you've carved out of your schedule. I know that you're a very busy guy and you're running multiple businesses. And so I'd like to thank you for your time with us this morning, and obviously thanking you for your service that you gave to our country as well.
Absolutely. You too, James. Thank you for yours.
Okay, and signing off.